Welcome back to Perfect Shine of Jacks. I'm Russ, your host, and today another interesting project. We've got a large gooseneck trailer that needs to be polished out and brought back to new again. So let me bring you in close and show you what we're working with. What we're going to do today is we're going to work mostly on this aluminum, get it polished back up to new. As you can see, it's a little bit weathered, and so we're going to get this aluminum looking like chrome. Then once we get that done, we'll get it washed up, and as you can see, this is not only dirty, it's really faded. And so we're gonna get this cleaned up, we're gonna polish this out really good. We're gonna make this red a super deep, shiny, back to brand new condition. I did a little test spot on this, gosh, it's been a few weeks. So you can kind of see what we're shooting for, a little reflection there versus what we're working with. And it's pretty, you know, faded, oxidized. So when we polish it out, we're going to put some good protection on it, something that will last at least a year on this, and I'll bring you in when we do that. It's a good sized project, and I think when we're done, the customer is going to be extremely happy. So when I'm polishing aluminum, I use all Busch Shine products. I met Mr. Busch several years ago. He's out of North Carolina, probably the finest metal polisher in the world. The guy is just incredible. Also, he's a really good teacher. Spent several hours with me one day going over proper polishing techniques. And I'm gonna bring you in here and show you some of the products that we're using. The Busch Shine aluminum polish there also leaves behind some really good protection. Keep the aluminum from dulling again. And the aluminum buffing compound is something we're gonna try, see if we can take the etching out of the aluminum with that. And if we can't, we'll go ahead and go to our bar of Tripoli and one of our pads to get this dialed in looking good. So don't go away. I did bring my shop manager right there, right Gizmo? And so he's gonna be checking out my work. I'll bring you in as we go and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've kind of got my process dialed in, figured out just what it's going to take to give this the finish that I'm after. Polishing aluminum is a lot like polishing paint. There can be many steps to it. You can make it look good, you can make it look great, you can make it look out of this world. So short of using the final polish on it, I'm going to bring you in here and show you what we're working with. And as you can see down here from the unpolished side, bringing this back out pretty healthy. And then as we come over here to unpolished. So it's looking pretty good, pretty happy with it. When I put the final polish on, it will definitely bring it out just a little bit more and offer some good protection. Keep this aluminum looking great for probably close to a year. So I'll try and bring you in more along the process, so don't go away. It's looking good so far. I wanted to bring you back in, show you the progress we've made so far. We have washed the trailer down and got the aluminum on about 3/4 of it polished out, and so I want to bring you in and show you what we got here. So the aluminum and the paint right there, as you see, it has been polished. I haven't put any protection on it yet, but I wanted to bring you in and show you the real difference on polishing this out. Now as you look right there, you can see that part is really polished out, and I'm going to bring you in over here so you can see our reflection pretty good. And then as we cross over into the very oxidized, non-polished side, you see what we're working with and what we've got here. So the aluminum polished up awesome. When I washed the vehicle down, took off the extra polish and stuff, the water beading on the aluminum was absolutely insane. Used Busch Shine products. I'll See where I got. I'll show it again to you later. It not only polishes, it's the final step, but also does a tremendous amount for protection. So that's where we're at so far, and I'll bring you in a little while, show you the rest of it. It's starting to wear me out a little bit, but it's all good. So stay tuned, don't go away. Okay, I'm at the end of the day, gonna pack things up. Want to bring you in, show you what we got. We have polished all the way to the top for about halfway of it, including a lot of the aluminum. And so I thought I'd bring you in real close, show you how we're looking. Great reflection there. That aluminum is just popping with it. And you can see the line about there where we go from polished to not polished. So I'll pick that up in the morning, get this side and the back done, and then work on the other side. So it's come out really good. Got a few little touch-ups here and there just to make it 100%. So don't go away. When this project's done, it's gonna be beautiful. I wanted to bring you in for a minute and show you different stages of polish on this particular trailer, so you can kind of get an idea what it takes to bring this to a super high level of shine. So right here on this first square, we've polished it out with a one-step polish and sealant, and it's a ceramic one-step, and I've used it quite a bit before. It doesn't have a lot of bite to it, so the correction factor on it is kind of minimal. So you see me in there, I'm kind of hazy, but it is a lot better than what the trailer was. So then we're going to come over here, and with the dual action polisher and a regular aggressive polish it out much better. You can see me much clearer compared to here. I'm a little bit fuzzy, okay? And I still wasn't totally satisfied with that. So as we cross over the next blue line, where we're using the rotary polisher and removing really all the oxidation, and then following that up with the ceramic one-step polish, and that way it refines it, adds a lot of protection. So rotary followed up with the one-step polish, just an aggressive polish with a dual action polisher, which not bad, and then here kind of hazy. All of them might be acceptable to you, but I'm really after this level of shine. And as we come around here, this door, which is totally done, great level of shine, great reflection, lots of protection. This was finished off with the Max's RV ceramic one-step. And when you use the rotary, you get a lot of that paint onto the pad. So you spend a lot of time cleaning pads. You got to have quite a few of them. And the Max's RV ceramic polish and sealant one-step, and my Max's bucket there, to really deliver the shine that we're after. All right, so our trailer project has finished, and I want to bring you in, show you the final product, as well as some of the products that I use to make it beautiful. And so let's start with taking a look at it. Behind me, you'll also see the red 1997 Ford F-250 that I wet sanded and polished out a couple weeks ago. It's the same owner with the trailer, and he was nice enough to bring it up and park it next to it so I could kind of get the whole package here. So let's come on in. So that was the 1997 Ford F-250. Wet sanded that all out. You can go back and look at the videos and everything of it, on it. A little bit dusty right now, but absolutely beautiful. And let's come over to the trailer. This is also a 1997. It's an Exiss trailer. They primarily make horse trailers, but this is a toy hauler, sleeper camper inside. Very, very nice. We went ahead and polished out all the aluminum and polished out all of the paintwork that's on here. It's got a slider, as you can see there on the side, and I'll bring you in. Absolutely beautiful. Got all that aluminum popping again, all that paintwork back to very nice. We'll come around the side here. I'll probably drop in a photo or two of what it was before. So really, really, really nice setup. Stretched this one out over a week. I had a couple days with some rain and high winds. We didn't work on it. And the customer was not pressed for time, so we were able to stretch it out a little bit and make it beautiful. Okay, let me show you some of the products that I used along the way. None of the products I use, I'm not sponsored by anybody. Nobody's paying me to say this. Nobody gave me anything for it. So I'm going to bring in and show you what we were using. So initially on the paintwork, there was a ton of oxidation. So to get that off of there, primarily I use the 3D AAT 501, great compound with the rotary. You can still see a lot of the red on my pads there. I used about 35 pads in total, and then as they get dirty, clean them up and go back over it again. So I used that to take off all the oxidation, and then when that was finished, I used the Maxxis RV one-step ceramic polish and sealant. So that did the final shine up on it and also put down a layer of protection that can last up to 12 months. On the aluminum portion of it, we use Busch's polishes. I use the airway pads on the rotary at about 2400 RPM, along with the Tripoli Jeweler's Rouge. This got the aluminum really shiny, got it really nice, and then followed that up with Busch's Shine Products aluminum polish. So that was my final step, and really the reason for using that is it puts down a really great layer of protection to keep the aluminum from oxidizing for up to a year. I've used it for probably, oh gosh, almost 15 years now, and it is a phenomenal product. And that, along with my flex polishers and a few other tools in there to get in the nooks and crannies and make everything beautiful, came out really good. So if you like what you see, I do a lot of boats, a lot of RVs, motorhomes, of course, cars and trucks as well. If you like what you see, I operate in all of Yulee and Fernandina, Amelia Island, South Georgia, and into Jacksonville. I do a lot of boats, everything else. And if you like it and you want your vehicle brought back out to brand new, there's the number, 904-575-0258. Perfect Shine of Jacks. Do a lot of ceramic coatings. Keep your vehicle looking perfect for years. My name is Russ, and I appreciate you watching the video. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for what we've got coming up next.